In the world of business and politics, few names have resonated as powerfully as the Koch brothers. Titans of industry, influential political donors, and patrons of arts and sciences, Charles and David Koch's reach extend far beyond their vast business empire. Today we talk about the lives of these enigmatic billionaires, exploring their rise, influence, luxurious lifestyles, and the controversies that often surrounded them. But before we begin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more enthralling content. So let's start. The root of the empire. Before the Koch name became a byword for global business success, it was Fred C. Koch, the family patriarch, who laid the groundwork. A Massachusetts Institute of Technology (MIT) graduate, Fred was no stranger to innovation. It was his inventive spirit that led him to develop a revolutionary method of turning crude oil into gasoline through thermal cracking. However, this breakthrough was met with stiff resistance in the United States. Major oil companies, seeing his process as a threat to their established methods, slapped him with lawsuits. But instead of being deterred, Fred showcased his global perspective. He took his technology abroad, specifically to Joseph Stalin's Soviet Union in the 1930s. It was a move that few could have predicted. In the USSR, he helped build up to 15 refineries, leaving a mark on an industry at a time when the world was on the brink of monumental geopolitical changes. The experience in the Soviet Union was more than just business for Fred. It shaped his outlook, making him a staunch anti-communist, a belief that would be deeply ingrained in the Koch family's ethos. Charles and David, visionaries beyond oil. While Fred laid the foundation, it was Charles and David, two of his four sons, who skyrocketed the family name to global prominence. After inheriting Koch Industries in the 1960s, they saw potential far beyond the realms of oil refining. With Charles at the helm as CEO and David as the executive vice president, the duo embarked on ambitious expansions. Their genius lay not just in recognizing lucrative sectors, but in synergizing them with their existing ventures. They delved into the production of minerals, fertilizers, and chemicals, ensuring that waste from one process became raw material from another. This circular approach reduced costs and increased profitability. But their vision wasn't just limited to traditional industries. They foresaw the importance of technology and finance long before many of their peers. Under their leadership, Koch Industries made strategic acquisitions, including the takeover of Invista, one of the world's largest fiber and textiles companies, and Georgia-Pacific, a leading paper goods manufacturer. Their approach to business was unique. Rather than micromanaging, they believed in empowering their employees, fostering a culture of entrepreneurship within the vast empire. This hands-off style, known as market-based management, was Charles's brainchild and is credited for much of the company's innovation and agility. By diversifying their interests and championing a unique business philosophy, Charles and David transformed Koch Industries from a mid-sized regional entity into a global behemoth with an annual revenue that rivals some nations' GDPs. Hearts of gold. Beyond their business empires and political involvements, the Koch brothers have left indelible marks in the world of philanthropy. Their contributions, often overshadowed by their political activism, have been both vast and varied. David in particular was a patron of the arts and sciences. His name graces the David H. Koch Theater in New York's Lincoln Center, a testament to his $100 million donation to the New York State Theater. He also donated generously to educational institutions, including a whopping $185 million to MIT, his alma mater, to support research in cancer and other medical fields. Charles, on the other hand, focused more on social reforms and education. The Charles Koch Foundation has supported research and educational programs with an emphasis on fostering a better understanding of the free society's benefits. Together, they contributed to various causes, from cancer research centers to museums, universities, and medical facilities. Controversies, conspiracy theories, and Koch mystique. When you're as influential and wealthy as the Koch brothers, you're bound to be the subject of controversies and conspiracy theories. The enigmatic nature of the Koch brothers, coupled with their behind-the-scenes influence, became a fertile ground for rumors, speculations, and outright fabrications. One popular conspiracy theory suggested that the brothers were orchestrating a complete takeover of the American government, fueled by their significant political donations and ties to various politicians. This theory posited that the Koches were silently installing puppet leaders to further their business interests and libertarian agenda. Another prevalent rumor hinted at their secret involvement in global affairs, with Koch Industries having a vast global footprint. Theories floated about the brothers pulling strings in international conflicts, especially in regions rich in natural resources, to boost their corporate profits. The brothers' stance on climate change and their funding of certain research groups also fueled conspiracy theories. Some believed they were suppressing real scientific data or promoting misinformation campaigns to prevent regulations that could harm their industries. Then there were the more outlandish theories, like the Koch brothers being part of secret societies aiming to establish a new world order. Their attendance at elite retreats and closed-door meetings only added fuel to such speculations. The Koch brothers, as influential as they were, also frequently found themselves at the epicenter of numerous controversies. Their vast empire, both in the business and political spheres, meant that every move they made was scrutinized, often leading to polarized opinions about their intentions and impacts. The Koch's involvement in American politics was no secret. With their vast financial resources, they supported numerous campaigns, candidates, and causes that aligned with their libertarian and free market beliefs. However, this level of involvement drew criticism, with many suggesting that they were trying to buy political influence. The Kochtopus, a term coined by critics, depicted their far-reaching political network as an octopus with its tentacles deep into various aspects of American democracy. Detractors argued that their influence went beyond what was acceptable, leading to an imbalance in the democratic process. Koch Industries, with its significant stakes in oil, logging, and other industries, often faced accusations of environmental violations. These concerns were not just about alleged infringements, but also about the brothers' stance on climate change. They were known to fund groups and research that were skeptical of mainstream climate science. For many environmentalists, this was seen as a clear case of the brothers putting their business interests before the planet's welfare. The Koch's donations to universities were vast, but often they came with strings attached. Reports emerged of their influence in hiring decisions, course content, and research directions, especially when their donations were involved. This raised concerns about academic freedom and the potential for biased educational content being presented to students. Over the years, Koch Industries faced multiple allegations related to worker safety, from lawsuits stemming from workplace accidents to criticisms about how they treated their workforce. These issues added to the narrative that Koch brothers prioritized profits over people, living the high life. While Charles and David Koch were titans of industry and political influencers, their lifestyles provided a captivating insight into the duality of grandeur and simplicity. David Koch's residence on New York's upscale Fifth Avenue, valued at a staggering $40 million, was a testament to opulence. This mansion, boasting stunning Central Park views, was just one jewel in his property crown. His oceanfront Southampton estate, with its vast gardens and exquisite architecture, often played host to the American elite. Their affluence wasn't just reflected in their real estate. The brothers had a profound appreciation for fine art. Over the years, their collection, peppered with masterpieces from various art epochs, reportedly touched the hundreds of millions mark. David once even splurged a cool $30 million at an auction to acquire a singularly mesmerizing piece. Speaking of gatherings, David's annual Southampton party became the stuff of legends. Guests, often the creme de la creme of society, would arrive in resplendent attire, ready to indulge in a night of gourmet dining, live performances, and dazzling fireworks. The budget for these soirees, a sum that could easily reach the multi-million mark. While their feet were firmly on the ground at these parties, the Koch brothers also took to the skies in style. Their collection of private jets, including top-of-the-line models like Gulfstreams and Bombardiers, was impressive. But it wasn't just about airborne luxury. David's love for the ocean reportedly translated into a super yacht ownership, a vessel valued at an eye-watering $150 million, with all the bells and whistles one could imagine. Yet, amid all this luxury, Charles Koch's simplicity stood out. He often opted for commercial flights over private jets, and was seen driving older cars rather than the latest luxury models. His Wichita home, though expansive, didn't flaunt the ostentatious trappings one might expect. Off-the-rack suits and modest dining choices further showcased his restrained approach to wealth. But as with all stories, there are layers yet to be uncovered, perspectives yet to be explored in the lives of Koch brothers. So, what's your take on the Koch legacy? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, keep exploring the fascinating tales behind the world's most prominent personalities.